Hey everybody, it's me, Jake, from Jakin.off. Thanks for tuning in to another episode. This week, I am joined by a funny comedian and friend of the show. Give it up for Max Peterson, everybody. Let Max hear it. You can find Max on Instagram at MaxGPeterson. And also make sure you check out his show. It happens once a month at Warehouse Vintage. The next one coming up is going to be part of the Fountain City Comedy Festival, which is the weekend of the 14th to 12th through the 14th of September. So if you're in the Kansas City area and you're looking to have a fun, awesome weekend of comedy, make sure you check out the Fountain City Comedy Festival. It's going to be awesome. I will be there in some shows as well as some way more famous and talented comedians than me. So make sure that you check it out. It's a really cool time, and it's been awesome every year that they've done it. So this is year 3. It's going to be dope. Other than that, of course, follow this podcast at Jakin.off.podcast and send anything at all to Jakin.off.podcast at gmail.com. I'll look at it at least one time. So yeah, and if you like this, share it with your friends. Tell your buddies about it. Tell your gal pals. Tell your them friends. And yeah, that's it. I love you. Enjoy the episode. Dude, I love having to end whatever you're saying with, yes, this is serious. It's like, that's how you know that it's absolutely insane what you're saying.
Yeah, no, this is not a joke, and no, my life is not a joke.
Dude, there's one where he talks about eating at restaurants that I want to show you. I fucking meant to send it on here because, oh wait, here it is. It's one of these two.
Here's why you have to be a pain in the ass at every single restaurant you go to. What I do is I don't want to consume any bad stuff on my body, right? So every time I go, I say I'm allergic to vegetable oils, right? So what happened here was they actually called the chef over. I discussed my allergy. He showed me the binder of what was in the short rib, right? Turns out there was caramel color and tripolyphosphate in it. I don't want that. So I was actually not going to order anything until he had a great idea. I can just have the chicken with nothing else on it. So that's what I'll be eating.
Okay, not only is he making a scene at a restaurant with a camera in front of his fucking face, he's ruining everyone in the kitchen's night. He's just like, hey, real quick, fuck you. Oh, my God.
Oh, dude, I love the idea of them pulling the chef out of whatever restaurant he's in. To be like, hey, this guy is such a big asshole that we actually need you to come out and talk to him. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, that's insane. It's insane. The only reason that a chef should come out of a kitchen like that is if the person is like, I want to thank them.
Yeah. Imagine being like, oh, I'm probably going to get thanked today. And the guy comes out and he's like, yeah, I can't have any of this or that or that. You know,
he's like, yeah, does this have
God.
bipolyphosphate in it? And you're like, it has tomatoes.
Yeah. Yeah, well, he was saying that. I was like, what chef is holding out a binder being like, oh, yeah, we put this chemical on that.
Yeah. It's fucking crazy, dude. I get a lot of this stuff. There's one guy that I get. Well, we'll get into. I have some more of it queued up at this point for our episode right now.
Okay.
I've changed this slightly since the last time you're on. Last time I would like tell you about some news stories or whatever.
Yeah.
And I've started. I've been wading a little more into the realm of the cringe. Material.
I like this.
And so but a lot of it is like very geared towards like a certain audience. It's a lot of this shit, dude. It's a lot of like this alpha male fucking
It's my thing.
like, yeah, dude, if you don't fucking get a chef to come at your table at this restaurant, then I'm gonna fuck your wife.
Yeah.
Like,
see, it's so funny about
shit,
these
dude.
guys is they're so silly because I'm a Sigma. These guys are morons,
dude. No, it really is the most beta thing I could the most beta thing I could possibly
just
think of
terms.
is going on the internet and being like, I'm actually a big tough guy.
Yeah,
I'm actually a big tough guy who knows how to sit in a chair correctly. They're like, you've been grabbing water bottles wrong your whole fucking life. And it's like, dude, you are such a beta that you can't stop thinking of how men grab water bottles and like, you know what I mean, dude? The idea, dude, I the idea that you're going to fucking touch a guy enough times and that's going to like, that's what's going to put you over, dude. You think that that's what makes you.
There's a kid that I went to grade school that's exactly like this.
Really?
He did one of these. He goes, do you check your nails like this or like this?
Oh, dude.
You know what I'm talking about?
I remember that shit.
Yeah, and I was like, oh, I don't know. I looked at it like that for a second. I'm probably like this. And he goes, oh, yeah, you're a girl. I'm like, how does that make sense?
Dude, no, I remember that shit. And it is stuff like that. I mean, dude, seriously,
that's how my mom looks at her nails.
There seriously are men who like don't wipe their asses because they're like, that's gay, actually.
Yeah. People don't clean their ass in the shower.
Buddy, there's nothing gay about having a clean little butthole.
Yeah.
You know, it feels good. It feels good.
It feels good to clean my asshole.
It feels fucking good. And you know what, dude? I will say they are right. It is kind of gay. But I like it. The way I do it's kind of gay. Gay the way I do it, but they're wrong about everybody else.
What I don't get is it's like you're just going inside your ass cheeks. You're not going in your fucking asshole. You're not cleaning the shit out of your asshole. Why are they like,
well, I mean,
it's gay to just
maybe you're not cleaning the shit out of your asshole. I stick my finger in and I poke it, and so it all like.
I don't touch my asshole.
And then I wash it down the drain.
Waffle stomp, which is a nice little.
No, we don't have a waffle drain. It's like a regular drain. I use the side of my toe and I just mash it down into small enough chunks.
It's one of those drains where it's like it's like a plug in there 24/7. You just pull up the plug like halfway. So like
we have a plumber on retainer. We have a plumber that has to come by weekly.
Oh, Jake took a shower again.
He's like, God. He's like, I keep going to this place and there's just a bunch of dumps in their shower drain. There's just a bunch of big dumps in there.
It seems like he's pushing it down there on purpose. And then I ask him, he goes, I have no idea how they got there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I never touch my asshole in the shower. I'm a beta, so my girlfriend gets in there for me. She just cleans it.
Dude, a lot of people will get sometimes when people see stuff like this on my podcast, they will be like, you're fat and that kind of thing. And I think that's really funny because I'm like, that's how I know that they know it's true. You know? Like I had a bunch of Jordan Peterson fans got upset at me once.
Yeah.
Because I posted a reel making fun of Jordan Peterson.
I think I remember this.
Yeah, and they were like, you fat fuck, like you fucking fat beta piece of shit or whatever. And I was like, this is awesome. This is exactly what I wanted.
You're like, you're proving my point.
Yeah, I was doing this on purpose. Like that was the point of my post was to make them upset, and it worked.
To make them look stupid. Yeah.
Yeah, and now they're commenting on it, which is like probably the most beta thing you can do at that point. It's like I'm literally cucking you. I'm like basically cucking you. Like,
oh, you are.
You know.
I didn't know you were so beta that you're going to prove it to me right now in the comments.
Dude, there was one guy who just like, it was like a bunch of pictures of him with his dog. And I kept saying stuff about how it looked like he was married to his dog. I'd be like, okay, dude, you're married to a fucking dog. A literal dog. He's a Jordan Peterson fan, so he's in a 3-piece suit and sitting at like a white tablecloth table with his dog. His dog's in a wig.
Suzanne. That's my dog's name.
That is, dude. That is. Anytime I hear somebody with like a dog that has like a really like human name, I'm like, what do you want to fuck your dog,
dude? Guess what my mom named my dog?
What?
Or her dog? Our
Max.
dog. Dan.
Dan.
Dan. dude. And I got the name. I got the fucking name Max.
That's crazy, dude.
You know what you name?
It sounds like you have the dog name.
Yeah,
dude.
exactly. My mom gave birth to me. She was like, I don't care about him that much. I'm gonna give him a dog name. And then we got the dog, and then she was like, I love this thing more than my life. This is gonna be Dan. His name's Dan Alexander.
Short for Daniel. Daniel Alexander.
And she treats him like a human. I hate it.
Yeah,
it's insane.
dude. Wow.
I don't hate it. He's cool. I like Dan. I like
Yeah,
my mom,
you don't have anything against Dan. It's really
Mhm.
it's your mom.
Yeah, it's bitch mother.
We'll
kidding.
cut that out.
Yeah, good. She listens to this.
Yeah, dude. Let me see. What was next, dude? Oh, wait. I think I remember. Okay, yeah, this is another one of these guys. This is Tay Lopez. Have you ever seen this guy?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I read a book every day.
Yeah,
What is
yeah,
this? What was
yeah,
this
yeah,
thing?
yeah. He understands
Here in my
zero books a
garage
day,
is my
though.
new Lamborghini.
yeah.
Right next to my bookshelf. We have a book I read every day.
Yeah. And dude, honestly, Tay Lopez is kind of it's okay. Is kind of like Andrew Tate Light in a lot of ways.
Yeah.
Because he obviously is a stupid piece of shit and like a grifter and stuff like that. But he's not his whole thing is like, you gotta read a book to be rich. Or whatever, even though he's just like a scam artist.
Yeah.
It's like, okay.
I remember watching like the first video about him that came out where he was like in the garage of the Lamborghini.
Yeah.
I watched the entire thing, and at that time I think I was like 14 or 15.
Yeah.
And I was like, that's insane. Even in that age, not knowing how money works, I'm like, that's not how you do this.
Right.
He was like, yeah, man, I just want to thank my mentor. I lived in an RV, and I smoked crack every day. And then he told me I should read books.
Dude, there are a lot of guys who used to smoke crack that want to tell you what you should do with your life. Mike Lindell, the My Pillow guy, he used to smoke crack.
Really?
Yes, dude, I have his book over there. I have his autobiography. It's actually right behind you. It says, "What are the odds from crack addict to CEO?"
Oh,
left.
fuck.
Yeah. He used to smoke crack, and he would be like, he was so addicted to crack and like so unhinged at one point because he owned a bar before he did the My Pillows.
He owned a bar?
Yeah, he owned a bar. It was called Schmitty's, and it was in Minnesota or Wisconsin. I think it's Minnesota where he's from. But anyways, his crack dealer like told the other crack dealers, he was like, hey, if a fucking crazy white guy with the mustache comes to you, don't sell him crack. Like, he's out of control.
That bad?
Even the crack dealers were like, we gotta cut this guy off. He's too crazy.
That's wild.
And that's according to Mike Lindell's autobiography, so who knows how true that is. I'm sure that he smoked crack, though. That is confirmed. And then what happened was he was getting sober, and God came to him in a dream and told him to make the My Pillow.
It sounds like my father. This sounds a lot like my dad. I'm not lying. It's so funny. Because I'm thinking about this. Is like they told him, they're like, you can't sell this guy crack anymore.
Yeah.
And then he became like a CEO, like billionaire. Then he's like,
Yeah, he's
look at
just
me.
like Tay Lopez.
Yeah, he's like, look at me now. I can smoke all the crack I want.
Yeah, he's like, I'm standing in the White House. Dude, that was the funniest thing during the 2020 election. He got photographed outside the White House with a bunch of, like, a piece of paper. He was waiting for a meeting with Donald Trump, and he had a piece of paper, and they could zoom in. Like, the picture quality was, like, so close.
What?
And so good that they could zoom in and see what it was written on some of his pages. And it had stuff about, like, how he was trying to convince him to do martial law. Like, institute martial law. It's like, dude, you make pillows.
Yeah,
what is going on? What is happening, dude?
Oh, my God. That is insane.
That was an electric time to be alive, dude. It was fucking electric. I don't care who, dude. I mean, I went with Scarborough. We went to the My Pillow guys rally, and
He had a rally?
yeah, in 2021, in May, he had Stop the Steal rally in Wisconsin, and we drove like 13 hours to go.
What?
We drove 13 hours
13
there
hours?
and 13 hours back in the same
Holy
day. I
shit.
drove all of it. I was hyped. I was like, this is wild. That's where I got that book. I bought his book while I was there. There was a giant van. There was a big fucking RV with Donald Trump. His head was photoshopped on Rocky.
This is mind blowing.
I've talked about this a lot on this podcast, actually, so we probably can't like do too much. Well, I could cut it out, but I mean, yeah, dude, we went there and like, listen, I saw Charlie Kirk. You know Charlie Kirk? He's like a guy with like a big face is what he gets made fun of for the most.
Oh wait, I think
he's the Turning Points USA. He's like on college campuses.
Okay, yeah,
And he's supposed to be like the hip young guy, like the hip young conservative, but he's like 30 and scary. Like he scares everybody, you know. He's this freaky guy. So he was there, dude.
Hey kids.
Oh,
I don't know how he
God,
talks.
I can never remember. I can't remember the guy's name lately. He's an Indian guy who got arrested under the Obama administration for campaign finance fraud. And now he does like he made this movie called 2000 Mules, which was like this huge documentary about the stolen election or whatever.
Yeah. Okay, I remember seeing something about the documentary. But
He was there. He was a speaker at that place, and his daughter, like this weird nepotism thing. Like his daughter was speaking. Weird. Gosh, dude, this guy Sheriff Clark, Donald Trump appeared via Jumbotron at the thing. Yeah, it was crazy. There was this moment where Mike Lindell, like there was supposed to be a flyover at the beginning, and it was just like they like fucked up or something. Like they were supposed to start with the flyover,
and then they just hit two towers.
Yeah, the planes got rerouted into the World Trade Center. No, it was there was supposed to be a flyover, and like there was a moment at the beginning where he was kind of like in his like was like waiting for it.
Yeah.
And stuff. And Mike Lindell isn't the most talented orator. He's kind of scatterbrained. He's got a bit of a crack addict vibe to the way that he
geez,
talks.
I wonder why.
Yeah. But he was like, okay. And then like halfway through his speech, the planes started coming, and he was like, the planes. He was like, the planes are here. And he like stopped, and it was just like 3 crop dusters that had like U.S. Navy painted on the bottom, U.S. Army,
Dude.
like Marines written really big.
Oh my God.
It was strange, dude. It was a strange time. We had to park like 2 highway exits away from where the venue was in this field, and then yellow school buses came and picked us all up. And this was like,
I can't believe you did this.
I guess this would have been in 2020, not 2021.
Yeah.
It was like, or like summer of 2020, dude. It was COVID, like it was like height of COVID kind of shit. And we are riding on yellow school buses with all these people who are going to Mike Lindell's rally.
Are you wearing?
You know what I mean?
Is anyone on this bus wearing masks?
Of course not, dude. If we
Oh
would have
my
been wearing a mask, we would have been fucking spotted immediately. Like we didn't want to get fucking jumped or whatever. And so we're just like, dude, you had to reserve the tickets on Eventbrite, and it was free, but I reserved them under a fake name and everything because
You reserved them under the name Mike Lindell.
I actually observed them under the name Tom Arnold, Roseanne's husband, Tom Arnold. And then my email was the fake email that I made was roseannesman@gmail.com. I was like, maybe they'll think it's Tom Arnold. But we had to ride on these school buses like 2 highway exits away, and they kept coming back. You know, they're shuttling people back and forth. And every time they'd come back, people would be getting off the bus and like walking back to their cars. And we're like, what the hell's going on? And so we get up to the bus finally, and we're sitting on the bus, and another one pulls up, and we like hear this guy like argue, and he's like, why would you have this event here if people can't bring their guns in?
What?
It was crazy, dude. He was like, and so the people running the bus shuttle, they were all like started being like, no weapons are allowed. You have to leave your weapons in your car. No guns, no knives, yada yada. Like nothing. You guys aren't allowed to like have anything.
I was just gonna fire for you a few like celebration rounds.
Dude, yeah.
Boom, boom, boom.
And it's like, so it's fucking like that was happening. There was a guy on the bus being like, Aaron and I overheard her or this guy being like, I hope Candace Owens is Trump's vice presidential pick in the next election. He was like, if she gets some experience, I think Candace Owens would be great. And we were like, this is fucking insane.
Yeah, you're just like, where are we?
Yeah.
Like, why are we? We're on the magic school bus of Republicans. I don't really know anything, but
yeah,
you were telling me most of that, and I was like,
yep.
Yep.
Anyways, dude, Mike Lindell, not that different from Tay Lopez. Let's take a look. I forgot that we even were gonna watch this. We got off on a tangent there. But anyways, this is Tay Lopez.
Okay.
The average Dane has 14 friends. The average American has 1 or 2. People think that's a cultural thing. No, it's fucking genetics.
Yeah.
America attracted the highest testosterone people. And testosterone makes a man like a wolf. You're a lone wolf. Dr. Helen Fisher told me the most serotonin she's ever seen in a group of people is Denmark. So serotonin makes you work together. It makes you less physically aggressive. It makes you a little happier.
Yeah, take that, Denmark. You guys are happy. You guys have more friends.
Yeah, you guys are fucking smart.
Yeah, you guys are smarter.
You're not divided. Fuck you guys.
Dude, I also love the idea of like he's being like, America attracted the most alpha people. And it's like, how would you know?
Yeah, like,
how would you know that, first of all? Second of all, I thought that America is like wrong right now. Like in these people's eyes, they're like, America is fucking all chicks now.
Yeah.
Everybody's ladies all of a sudden.
Exactly. Dude, they're
It's like, which is it, dude? Are we fucking alpha or are we all beta? Fucking pick.
America just, the testosterone in America pulled the Mayflower towards us. They saw us, and they were like, these Native Americans need to get out of here.
It was the winds of masculinity that propelled the sails of the Mayflower, the Nina, the Pinta, and the Santa Maria.
Oh, man. You think when we got here to America that we didn't have enough testosterone to call Native Americans Indians and just go, get the fuck out of here?
It's crazy, dude.
This is
and
insane.
I don't even understand, like, he's shitting on Denmark somehow. Like, I that's what's funny about it to me is he's listing all these nice things that everybody would want in their life. Being happy. Dude, working well with other people, like, a large social group of friends or whatever. It's increased serotonin. I don't know, like, whatever the fuck. Like,
you need to be fucking sad.
Yeah.
And you need to be fucking working through shit.
He's like, well, the problem is that the people in Denmark are too happy and they don't want to evolve. They don't want to get better. There's nothing to do. They don't want to invent new things because they think everything's already great.
Dude, what's so funny about this is the comments. I don't even. Does the second guy even have like any? Who is the second? Is he this person or anything?
Tay Lopez.
Tay Lopez is the top.
This is just like Tay Lopez is the top guy. This
Yeah.
bottom guy is whoever, and then this is just like a fan account. Like the thing that posted this is just like, these are just like Tay Lopez chuds.
Tay Lopez chuds, and then there's just some guy going, "Oh, so we're just giving a microphone to anyone now." It's a clip. It's a clip of him talking. LOL wolves are a highly social pack animal. Lone wolves generally die pretty quickly if they don't find a new pack that accepts them.
Dude, that is one of the things that is really funny about this whole thing. So
This guy knows his wolf hierarchy.
the research that was done into wolves that like is like the alpha wolf, like that all this shit is like sort of loosely based off of, like, you know what I mean? Like they draw and like make all these references to like sigmas and alphas and betas. Like it's derived from like wolf pecking orders, like actual science that existed. And the guy who did the science that did this has retracted it because he was like, I was actually wrong about all this. And so it's like it's pseudoscience, but the pseudoscience is about wolves to begin with and is also wrong. Like, you know what I mean? Like the pseudoscience that it's based off of was wrong, and They've all, yeah. It's
Anyone brings it up to
hilarious.
them, they're gonna be like, "That's beta of you to say."
Yeah,
So,
they'll be like, "What? That's not the point, dude." They'll be like, "That's not the point. You're not getting it, dude. I'm
Yeah.
trying to help you. I'm trying to help you be a fucking man."
listen, dude, I'm trying to lead you right now. I'm trying to lead you
Dude.
in the right direction.
Yeah, wolves. But dude, living in a pack and having a large social circle can have its downsides. And one of those downsides is you got to see your grandpa's dick when he dies.
What?
That's what this clip is about.
Wait, what is this?
Yeah. So we'll just watch this clip, dude. You'll get it pretty quick.
Okay.
Hi, your ethnicity, like, do you guys think that actually does play a part?
Yeah, it's a spectrum. There are outliers, people who are in different percentiles. Like, I've got 2 pictures of penises ingrained in my mind, and one of them is mine and my grandpa's. Pause.
Okay. No. Let him cook. Let him cook. Let him finish. We can let him cook.
Well, it's kind of burned in my head because, like, when my grandpa passed away on the toilet, there wasn't enough time to put clothes on him. So when I had to do CPR on him, like, it was, like, right there hanging.
Hanging.
And I would say, like, I don't know, genes play much of a play because I'd say there was a disparity between his and mine. And yeah, like I said, the whole time when I was doing it, I'm like, yeah, we're pretty different. He's my grandpa. All right, anyway, I'm going to pass the shovel to the next person to dig themselves in the hole. I'm going to stop talking right now.
So for context, for those of you guys listening, this is like one of those like social media,
Yeah.
like fucking, people standing in a white room
Yeah.
being like, who's got the big dick or whatever, like
Yeah.
who's got the biggest dick in this room
Dude.
kind of shit. And it's like,
They've,
this
like,
guy
guessed the
is
person.
yeah, this lady asked a question who's, you heard it, and then this guy fucking said that. I can't believe it.
That is just insane to be in a group of people you don't know,
Yeah.
and then just be like, "Yeah, my grandfather's cock is bigger
way
than
bigger than mine. I would have
Way
to
bigger.
say there was a disparity in sizes.
I hate these social media things that they do. They're just so
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
it is so mind numbing.
Yeah.
It's
like they're like, what if we did sort of fucked up get to know you games?
yeah.
They're like, what if we turned icebreakers into your cell phone? They're like, what if icebreakers were on your cell phone all the time?
What if we recorded it, show it to everybody, and then they go, I don't have to meet people now. I met these guys.
Dude. Yeah.
I know them.
It's like so sad, but also I think it's so funny that this is what society has come to.
No, he commented, Mr. Chai T. I swear that story sounded a lot better
Whoa,
in my head.
oh my gosh, dude. Wee woo. We got to go to this guy's profile.
His first picture is just his cock.
I wrote a book. Jesus Christ.
Okay, cool. So,
Well, this sucks.
yeah, so he's bad.
I'm not gonna put this video. It's just a bunch of it's annoying music. 1 second a day, June.
Does he do
Okay.
like poetry or stand up?
Author, climber,
Oh.
engineer, comedy, poetry.
Well, relax. He's a boba enthusiast.
Wait, let's see. Hey, dude, I just like don't like poetry very much. And also, I will say one thing that bothers me, this guy's username, Mr. Chai_T. Chai
like
means tea.
Exactly.
Mr.
It's like
TT?
TT?
Yeah, come on.
Well, I think it's because his name's Chai.
Is it?
I think so. Everyone's saying, this is so good, Chai.
Okay. All right. Okay. All right. You got me.
Wow, dude. Just
Yep.
relax. Can you stop with the Asian hate, please?
God. Okay. Fine. I'll stop with the Asian hate.
What's so funny is that
You win this time, Mr. Chai Tea.
he's talking about his like grandpa's cock and how
Yeah.
it's like way bigger. It's so funny because it's like if his grandpa was alive and saw him doing like poetry, he'd probably be like, I fucking hate you.
Yeah.
My
He'd be like,
cock's
no
bigger than
wonder
you."
your dick's small.
Yeah.
He's like, it's the poetry. It turned your dick small.
Your dick's small because of the poetry you're doing right now. Why can't you be like me?
Yeah, maybe if you sent some of that blood away from your brain and into your little cock.
Why can't you be like me, Mr. T? Just Mr.
Dude.
T.
It is like so uncomfortable when he told that story though. Like, yeah, I can
Yeah.
tell it's something that he thought sounded a lot better in his head. But, which head? Oh, dude. Okay, this guy is another total alpha. We went from like alpha to beta,
Yeah.
and now we're back to alpha.
Okay.
And then we're not going back.
It only goes up.
If I
from
remember
here.
correctly, we ain't going back. Dude, this guy straight up is just Andrew Tate, Tristan Tate, like dick sucker. Like, he just loves the Tate brothers. I've seen videos of this guy. I don't Justin Waller, I guess is his name. He's not going to talk about the Tate brothers in this, but he talks about them in other videos, and he's like, they're the smartest men alive. He's like, they're emperors.
Oh my god.
He's so lame. But this is a story about him.
They're the smartest men alive. They got out of a sex trafficking charge. Only they could do that.
But this is him talking about a situation that unfolded when his nephew was visiting him. So,
Okay.
My girl, she's on the phone with her girlfriend. She thought my nephew was gone. She's like running her mouth and all this stuff. So when I show up, I'm standing at the bar in the kitchen, and he comes up to me, he goes, "Christy is pissed." And I'm like, and I just finished eating my food, and she's in the back waiting. And I go in the back room. On the way to the back room, there's a step up in my living room. I look back at him and I wink. I go in there, and of course, here come the alligator tears rolling. And I'm whole frame. Next thing you know, got her bent over the bed. And I know my nephew can hear it. I come out, he looked like he saw a fucking ghost.
Wait. No.
yeah. It's just a story about him, like, fucking his girlfriend while his nephew is, like, definitely in the other room. And then he's like, yeah, my nephew was like, wow. He was like, he was shocked that I fucked her so hard. And it's like, well, I bet that was part of it. Yeah. It's crazy, right?
What is
It's
this?
insane, dude. These guys are insane. They don't know anything normal.
God.
They just have never been loved. No one's told them I love you before.
She runs her mouth. I'm just gonna nut.
Yeah.
I'm gonna fucking nut.
Dude, at the very least, his fucking... Dude, it says, lessons from family. Justin Waller's heartwarming story with his nephew. In a world driven by ambition and success, it's the moments with family that often teach us the most profound lessons. Join Justin Waller as he shares an inspiring and heartfelt story about his time with his nephew. This is clearly written by, like, ChatGPT.
Yeah.
Like, no person could watch this and, like, write these words about
family.
about this, like, story. Like, this person clearly was like, hey, ChatGPT, write a caption for an Instagram post about a guy spending time with his nephew and how it can teach you lessons.
This is just insane. Do you think like this guy is like a church going like kind of guy? Do you think he's like he believes in like a higher power like God? Does he strike you as that type? Because that is
no. I think that this guy. I think that even if he said he did, it wouldn't be true because it's like that's kind of the catch with like a lot of I feel like a lot of like modern day Christians to a certain extent, not all of them, but like definitely a huge chunk of them, and not through necessarily any fault of their own, but have kind of lost sight of what the whole thing is about, you know? Because if you took a look, I think what this guy worships is money.
Oh yeah,
you know,
okay.
I think that
That's
this guy, whether he realizes it or not, is like his god is money.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And he is just, along for the fucking ride, dude. That's what this shit does to you. It makes you think that you, like, oh yeah, I'm fucking pounding out my girlfriend in front of my nephew, basically.
And then my sister started talking shit. And I was like, you know what, lady?
I guess I'm going to fuck my girlfriend.
His sister's talking shit. So he was like, God, I got to fuck my girlfriend again.
Dude, and, you know, I do want to point out, obviously, this clip is edited. So, like, I don't know for sure. I mean, maybe it's irresponsible to say, but I'm like, you know, there was no part of it where he's like, you know, yeah, and I'm doing this. And she's like, yeah. You know what I mean? It's like almost implied by the way this clip is edited that he sexually assaulted his girlfriend in front of his nephew.
What I love,
you know,
what I love most about all of it
great.
is that like there's like it's a montage of him just looking good. It's him with looking like Tony Stark.
Yes,
it's
yes. Yeah, dude.
I beat the shit out of my girlfriend.
Yeah,
that's how I teach her a lesson.
Dude, all these people are insane douchebags. It's crazy. Like, I didn't understand that this was real. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I didn't understand that a person like this could exist before the internet showed me.
I think there's about 35 of just these people because I've been walking around, and I slowly see people turning into this.
Yeah.
But they're not there yet.
Yeah. Well, they're not alpha enough.
True. They're just betas following the 35 alphas out there.
Yeah. Yep. But
I've never heard of this guy either. I can't believe.
Yeah, he's basically like Andrew Tate and Tristan Tate's beta.
Yeah, okay.
He's like their beta.
Okay, I see what you're saying.
You know?
Do you think he's met him?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, cool.
He's hung out with them before. There's a lot of these guys that I like that come up in my feed that will be like bragging about having met the Tate brothers or something. Like, there's this one guy who was like, I had me and Tristan Tate a room alone. He was like, I made sure I did my research. Johnny Walker Black. I know what he likes. And, you know, we get to talking like yada, 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 like that kind of shit.
I cannot stand this kind of stuff.
Yeah, dude.
I hate it so much.
But like the thing is like it's unquestionably like homoerotic. You know what I mean? Like these
having
men
power over another guy.
And it's not even, dude, the power, like the obvious like deep admiration that they have for masculinity
like,
and stuff like
so
that, dude.
Sick.
It's and yeah, if these guys would just liberate themselves a little bit, just even the tiniest bit, dude.
Yeah.
They would be gay. They would be gay. You know what I mean? Like that's what would happen. Like if we lived in a fair and just society, these guys would feel okay with being gay. But they can't. There's they're dads.
They're true Roman soldiers.
Yeah. It really is. Yeah. Yes. Yeah. They fucking. It's gay. Like, it is gay. And I don't mean that in a derogatory way. I mean, literally, I think that these men are gay. They
First Asian hate, now homophobia.
No, they love masculinity. I think that it could be beautiful if they would stop doing this.
Yeah.
I mean, the Tate brothers should go to prison. You know?
Yeah,
I don't know about this guy. Those other dudes are bad. This guy seems like he's
just lost. He doesn't really know, like, what's going
on.
He's just like... He's so brainwashed about it. It's like, it's so funny.
Typical Joe Biden voter.
Yeah. He's like, I have to fuck my wife so I can hang out with my guy friends.
Yeah, dude.
I have to fuck my wife because Andrew Tate told me I have to.
Oh, hell yeah, dude. Speaking of alphas, this clip is dope. This is these guys need no introduction. You'll know who these fellas are right away. I mean, of course, you can already see Elon Musk.
Yeah.
Like, so my back hurts a little.
Carnivore diet will fix that.
The what, sorry?
The carnivore diet will fix that.
Look, I like meat. I'm pro meat. I don't think a carnivore diet is going to fix this particular issue. I think
my wife had an injury of 40 years.
Okay.
And it resolved in 2
just
years on a carnivore diet.
If you just eat steak or something?
Yeah.
I mean,
all beef.
Sure. I'm a pro. I like meat, but I think this is I think I'll probably need an operation or something. But anyway,
I'd try the carnivore diet first.
Sure.
Anyways, that did happen to her.
Okay.
She couldn't lift her left arm above here. It took 40 years, and in 2 years it resolved.
Okay.
Yeah, so that was something to see. it also rejuvenated her physically in a variety of different ways that were quite miraculous to watch.
Yeah.
And that hasn't stopped. So that's a weird thing, and I would have never believed it if I hadn't seen this because it's so preposterous.
Dude, Jordan Peterson is wearing, for those of you listening, Jordan Peterson is wearing a suit jacket that has like Roman Catholic paintings on it. Like it's like Roman Catholic art.
Dude.
He's insane, and he won't take no for an answer over the carnivore diet. I'm going to click play really quick. I don't think there's very much left, but I just wanted to pause this because his jacket is insane. It's an insane jacket.
Also rejuvenated her physically in a variety of different ways that were quite miraculous to watch. And that hasn't stopped. So that's a weird thing, and I would have never believed it if I hadn't seen this because it's so preposterous.
Yeah.
Dude.
So
This is hilarious.
I went and saw Jordan Peterson at the fucking local hockey rink or whatever.
I remember you telling me about this.
And his wife opened.
Yeah.
This is what she talked about. Yeah, she talked about the carnivore diet. The story that she told was about her sister who got Alzheimer's and how her sister, before she had really developed Alzheimer's, came on tour with them for 2 weeks, and she was like, I'll just eat whatever you guys eat. I'll try it.
Yeah.
And she ate nothing but salt and beef and water for 2 weeks. And at the end of 2 weeks, one of the, they went to a wedding of a mutual family member.
Yeah.
And somebody there said to her sister, oh my God, you look amazing. And she was like, so I'm not saying that it's an amazing, I'm not saying it'll cure everything. But,
Yeah.
But here he is literally saying it will cure. He's like, oh, your back hurts? Have you tried eating more steak?
My wife's sister, she was, we had her eat the same diet as us, and now she has dementia.
Yeah.
Now she can't remember her own name.
Yeah, they didn't jump to that conclusion.
But she looks so fucking good.
They're like, if she would have eaten it, she wouldn't have gotten Alzheimer's. That's all I'm saying. I don't think it's illegal for me to say that.
I fucking hate the carnivore diet shakes. You smell like shit. That's what happens afterwards.
Yeah, and it's also the thing that is so funny about it to me that makes me laugh is all of these people who push that kind of thing are the same people who are they're doing it, and a lot of them you'll hear say they'll be like, we got to get back to our how things were, natural. You know what I mean? But it's they'll be primal, they use the word primal a lot. And it's well, dude, those societies were hunter-gatherer societies. Yes. What do you think they were gathering, bud? What do you think they were gathering?
Yeah.
Fruits, vegetables.
Yep. Just literally
grains,
nuts, all the good stuff.
Yeah.
On top of this, just to add on to that, it's these people are we need to be primal. It's okay, then go into the forest and find a wild cow. Don't go to a fucking farm. You moron. With shit that you put into their food. People just don't get they put the hormones and gross shit in the food to make it grow faster so they can feed the fucking animals. And also, they put it in the animals so that it can be bigger. It's man, why don't we just get rid of all the farms and just stupid shit? I don't know. It's just
I think there's something to be said about the meat industry and how it's gross to think about a cow shitting all over a fucking dead cow that's gonna be that's now skinned and whatever, the conditions are unsanitary because it's literally a fucking Holocaust. I mean, I'm not trying to sound dramatic, and I'm not trying to downplay the Holocaust by any means. I'm just saying that if we even gave cows an ounce of the respect that we give to other people, we'd be like, this is horrific.
Yeah.
Because it's millions and millions and millions and millions of them are slaughtered. Dude, sometimes for no reason. Sometimes they're we can't eat this one. Just bam. They're we don't want to waste any bullets, so we invented a gun that shoots air hard enough to kill the cow. They're it's pretty fucked up, actually. They're we had to teach a robot to do it because it was fucking up all the people pretty bad. They were fine with AI taking that job. They were like, that's okay. AI can have that one. AI can execute the cows. But I'm just saying, like, but I understand that people like meat. Like, I like it. It tastes good. And I could understand people being like, I want to know where my food comes from.
Yeah.
Like, I want the cow to be a cow that eats grass, that, like, I know what's in it and, like, that kind of shit. I respect that a lot. Or, like, people who hunt and, like, do stuff with deer meat. Like, I think that's fine.
Yeah.
But the idea that if you only eat steak, and it sounds like, it's like, is Jordan Peterson starting a steak company? Does he have money in steaks? Like, what is going on, dude? Why is he doing this?
He's doing all this, like, pre-campaigning to be like, okay, I opened a barbecue restaurant.
Yeah.
I franchised a Jack Stack.
He's like, okay, Factor? Those Factor meals? It's like that, but I just send you a bunch of frozen steaks, dude. They're not marinated with anything but salt. You should cook them you should cook them at 70-degree heat for, like, maybe, like, 30 seconds.
I leave them on my counter.
Yeah,
that's what I do. I leave them out on my counter. I just kind of let them hang out.
Yeah, I sit it out. I sit it out on the flat on the granite countertop because that stuff's cold, and so it kind of helps it chill. It kind of helps it thaw, but it keeps it chilly. And then I rub a bunch of salt. I just rub it all over in salt, and then instead of cooking it in oil, I cook it in water.
And by the way, my sodium is through the roof right now.
Yeah. I have really high blood pressure. Jordan Peterson's blood pressure has to be fucking insane, dude.
But only alphas have high blood pressure. It's these betas that want it's this narrative they need to have a low blood pressure.
I just want to understand, like, dude, I would love to be a fly on the wall behind the scenes of this interview, dude, of, like, these two guys interacting in a room when the cameras aren't on.
Yeah.
I would pay a lot of money if I obviously I don't have enough money.
Yeah.
Or I'd be there. Obviously I don't have enough money. I'm not a big enough player to get in this room, but I would pay a lot of money if I had it to be like to be just a fucking the guy running the camera, or whatever. It'd be so fucking.
I agree with you.
Funny, dude.
I want to be the fly on the wall to where, like, when the cameras turn off, and then they take off their skin suit, and then they put the fucking lizards, and they go, "That was great, acting like humans that we just did." And there was like,
dude,
yep.
I just think it'd be funny to hear Jordan Peterson being like, "Do you like my jacket? That's the Virgin Mary." It's got the Virgin Mary all over it. They're paintings by Michelangelo.
Who's making his jackets, by the way?
Dude, clearly an Italian man. Clearly a 9,000-year-old Italian man.
Jordan Peterson.
I want your Italian jacket. Can you make a bunch of Virgin Marys on it?
Did you see the one he had with all the, like, 100 emojis?
Yeah, dude. Yeah.
That was pretty good.
I think it's the idea of Jordan Peterson getting into, like, streetwear is really funny. Like I think it'd be funny.
Jordan Peterson.
Like if it was hypebeast Jordan Peterson. Like, dude, he's like fucking sagging cargo pants.
3,000. That was a rack right there. He's like going over his clothes, just like naming the price of it all.
These pants are from Japan.
They're doing like the on the street, like, show me what you're wearing. They're Louis Vuitton socks.
Dude,
I can't do his voice.
I would love to go to Jordan Peterson's apartment. One time I read, like a really long time ago, I read an article that somebody wrote about how he just has a bunch of communist propaganda, like Soviet Union propaganda all over the place. And he's like, I'm freaked out when I'm at home. He's like, I'm surrounded by fear. It's insane, dude. Yeah, he's so fucking out there. And he's been really bad health-wise. I'll say this. When I went and saw him, almost none of what he was saying made, like, just not even from, like an argument standpoint, but just from speaking coherently enough to like make a point standpoint. Like
Yeah.
I was like, dang, dude, this guy has declined. Like,
Yeah.
and I've never liked him. I've always thought that he was this really stupid piece of shit, but he at least used to be able to like appear
Yeah.
witty, and now he's just kind of, dude, he's got that Joe Biden effect.
It's from, dude, it's the meat.
It's the meat, dude. It's the
literally-
lack of fucking fiber in his diet. He's just clogged full of dumps.
Yeah, he's he's so full of shit he can't even speak anymore.
his brain's clogged with dumps.
I'm trying to piece after shit.
But yeah, dude, that was a great clip. I'm really happy that I remembered to put that in here.
I really like that. That was very funny.
Dude, this guy is crazy. So this guy's name is Chris Krohn, Kris, Krohn, Krohn, and he's totally one of these guys. He's like an alpha male. His whole thing is like that everything is made up, like it's all just like a mindset kind of thing.
Is that a Tommy Bahama shirt? What is that?
This?
Yeah, what is that? Like the
It's like a bunny skull. It looks like a skull candy.
yeah.
Like the headphones.
This is a shirt I've seen in Macy's, by the way. I saw this the other day.
Well, Macy's is a nice store, dude. That's where Alpha shop.
True, my bad.
But dude, yeah, here's this guy. He's just gonna tell us some medical advice. So make sure you listen up.
Okay.
His caption says, "Rid yourself of the sickness behavior." Sickness behavior is in quotes.
Believe in catching the flu and the common cold and the things that go around. I just don't believe in any of that. Every time I'm sick, I can link it back to an emotional stress or decision that I made. If you ask human beings how long they're sick, they all have a different answer. And they'll always be sick as long as they think they're supposed to be sick. Some people believe a half a day, some people 2 days, some people a week. Your instinct is to say, I think I'm getting sick. Your symptoms increase, then you say, I am getting sick. For example, let me ask you, when you're sick, how many days does it last?
Usually a day or two.
After a day or two, there's a part of you that's like, oh, we only get sick for that long. So you start thinking it's time to get better. Symptoms reduce, and then you say, I think I'm getting better. Symptoms reduce, and then you're done with your cycle. For me, I just cut it off, and I say the moment I start feeling something coming on, I'm like, I'm whole. And then I'll go back and think, what happened, what triggered, what's going on? Sick is almost always mindset driven.
That is correct. Yep. That is exactly true. Yep.
He's like, have you ever noticed that people get sick for different lengths of time? It's because their minds are different.
Yeah, man. You ever notice how
I don't believe in the flu.
Yeah.
Okay, dude. I don't know, like, what do you say to somebody that says that to you? Like, if they're like, yeah, I just don't believe in that. It's like, I just feel like you got to be like, all right, man. I mean,
cool.
I don't think that we should talk much more.
Yeah.
like, I don't, because it's not like I can't, and it's one of these things where I don't, I'm not triggered.
Yeah,
it doesn't trigger me. It just makes me be like, you're dumb. Yeah. Like, I don't want to talk to you.
How do you like wake up and open the door in front of you in the morning?
Yeah.
Like, I don't get that. To be like, how do you not wake up in the day and be like, the door's a mindset.
Yeah.
And it's closed right now.
Yeah.
It's like,
dude, I guarantee you that guy tries to move stuff with his mind a lot.
Yeah.
There's like a lot of times throughout the day where that guy goes, he's like, okay. It's like, one day. He's like, one day, dude, I keep it up.
Oh, I can do it.
Dude, we're going to see, because the rest of these clips are the same guy. And his whole, dude, he talks about sleep. This is crazy. This is him. The caption literally says, you don't need as much sleep as you think, which, I don't think that I need to like, I didn't do the legwork to like get the studies on this.
Yeah.
But I think it's pretty settled science that sleep is good for you.
Yeah.
It's like a very important.
Dude, I
health.
think I've seen this clip before. I know this one where he talks about now. Yeah, okay. Sorry, play it.
What time did you go to bed last night?
Last night was early. I went to bed at like 10. Normally it's midnight, sometimes 1 in the morning.
You still get up at 4?
Always. Monday through Friday.
You say to the people that say that that's not true because you need more sleep than that to function.
I think that sleep is a matter of belief and individual need. My wife used to sleep like 8 to 9 hours a day. Now she's like 5 or 6. She usually goes to bed at like 10. So you get about 6 hours of sleep. But she caused herself to believe forever that she needed more than that to be well. It's been proven that 72% of everything is psychosomatic, which means it's belief driven, not need-driven. Our needs are determined by our beliefs.
It's been proven, dude.
It's been proven by my wife.
He's like, look, dude, I don't need to tell you. Ask my wife. She's awake right now. She used to not be.
Ask the person that beat the shit out of every night to agree with me. She will say yes. I've trained her to.
He's like, she'll say whatever I tell her to say. I mean, I think she might be scared of me or something, actually.
I love reading the comments off to the side. I don't eat food. I haven't for years. It's just a belief thing, not a physiological need.
Dude,
Even
it's
people just making fun of him. It's funny.
an insane. I'm not a medical doctor, and I'm not able to give out medical advice. But what I will say is, you should try to get a good night's sleep. You should try to get 7 to 8 hours of sleep. And I don't even think that I could get in trouble for saying that.
No.
You know what I mean?
Sleep, man. No, like that's fucked up of you to say.
Your health will decline if you don't get enough sleep, like that much in a row. This guy later in his life is going to be mentally ill.
Yeah, he's going to have Alzheimer's. That's what he's going to have.
He's going to be mentally ill and like have a difficult time cognitively because he's sleeping for like 4 hours.
Yeah.
You know?
His brain right now is melting. And
Yeah.
it's weird because it's like you'll watch it happen because it's harder to believe yourself whenever you are functioning as a person.
Yes.
And then you start doing this stuff and you just say you have to trick yourself to the point where your brain melts to a certain point, and then you're like, I'm right. And then you just so much easier to go through it.
If I go like a few nights in a row without getting a good night's sleep, I get like, my fucking mind is like racing all the time. Like it's like I get like,
That's good.
I get like panicked or whatever, like easier. Like I get like, I get more anxiety and stuff because
dude,
you're fucking exhausted. Like you can't do it.
That's just your natural ability to
you gotta
think
push
and
past
process.
it.
Yeah.
You got to push past it, and then you got to keep going. And what happens is once you get past that point, once you're like, you can't get tired anymore because you're so tired, then your actual mind opens.
Yeah. Your brain's unlocked, and you're not used to your brain being that unlocked. It's hard to process. Also, well, also, like, by the way, what's up with them? I always see like bodybuilder guys like this. They always wear a shirt with a big elk on it.
Yeah, that's like a brand. That's like
Okay.
a real. I think it's called Real Tree, and it's just sort of a,
I just thought they were like really into elks for some reason. They're like, here's.
It's actually like I would say that there's just like there's certain stuff, like if you saw somebody wearing like a certain brand, you'd be like, they're probably like liberal or left leaning.
Okay.
It's like one of those things where like if you see somebody wearing Real Tree and like you kind of like know that life, then you're like, it's safe to assume that they're probably conservative.
Kind of like the same way of like you see someone wearing Doc Martens, you're like, this guy's probably a Nazi.
Yeah. Exactly.
He wants the fear to come back.
Yeah, where you're not supposed to say it, but it's like, yeah, there's certain ways that people dress that make you assume things about them.
Yeah.
And whenever I see that shirt, or like there's another brand of shirt called Grunt Style.
Oh,
have you ever seen those?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like
Are those army shirts?
Yeah.
Okay.
You've definitely seen them, dude. I feel like every fucking comedy club audience member wears a Grunt Style shirt. At least when I get fucking.
Dude,
they got the fucking American flag on the side, like this kind of shit.
And they're like weirdly tapered to your like rib cage.
Fuck your feelings, dude. It's literally a stick figure fucking
Straight
the
out of
words
Fox.
you're feeling. Yeah,
Dude, that guy's
straight
at the
out
comedy
Fox.
club. Look at him.
Where?
To the right.
Oh my god, it does look like he is, bro. That's so funny.
A skull with some tomahawks behind it. That's awesome.
Yeah, dude. See, so yeah, Grunt Style is like another one of those. But dude, so we've seen this guy talk a little bit about sleep and health and stuff like that, what you should do, to sleep. But now we're gonna get a little bit of a window into what he thinks about society more broadly.
Thank God. All right.
So we gotta get a rounded image of this fella, Chris Crone. The caption on this one says, "A fine is when you pay to do something that is legal."
Look at his head, by the way. Look at the top of his fucking head.
Yeah, his haircut is wild, dude. His haircut.
Not only that, there's like no room for his brain. It's like so small.
Yeah, he does have a really small sort of cranium.
I don't want to insult his appearance anymore. I feel bad.
This one comment says, "This is the dumbest fucking story."
Fine is what you pay to do something that is still legal. I was just with all my friends for my birthday in the Redwoods. Got on the jet with my buddies at 9 a.m. We flew to San Jose, and we basically went to this Redwoods National Forest. Trees, fir trees in particular, they light me up. They just get me so excited. I was literally just frolicking through the forest, breaking every rule, stepping over the line. I wanted to go hug trees. I wanted to connect with trees. I wanted to go meditate with trees. There was like a couple of these Californians that came by, and they're like, "Oh my gosh, I can't believe that you're doing that. You're breaking these rules." And I'm like, "Find me." I got all of my friends finally to run off with me into the woods. We laid down on the ground and we meditated, and then we went and got some late lunch, hung out at the ocean, got back on the jet, came home an hour earlier than we thought. Perfect day.
Yeah. So basically, this guy's like kind of a big piece of shit. He didn't even get a fine.
Yeah, I thought he was gonna be like,
story.
I got this big fine.
I like how he's like, yeah, they were Californians, and it's like, how do you're at a national park, like,
yeah.
And why does that matter? He's like, yeah, I went to this public space and broke all the rules that they had set to like preserve the land and stuff and like all that shit. And also, dude, just because you aren't taken to like you're getting charged a fine and not being put in jail, doesn't make it legal. It's still illegal. That's why they can fine you for it.
Yeah.
If they couldn't, if it was legal, they couldn't fine you for doing it. Like when you're there, you have to follow the rules and the boundaries that they've set. That's why you can get a fine.
It's literally, you could say the same thing about like, he's like, if he was talking about speeding, he was like, you can speed, you'll just get a ticket. I'm like, yeah, and if you get fucking 3 tickets, you go to jail. Like, they'll take you to jail.
Dude, yeah, if you kept doing that at the national park, they would take you to jail too.
Dude.
And so it is literally the stupidest thing that I've ever heard.
Also for him to be like, I was frolicking in the forests.
Yeah, I wanted to hug trees. I wanted to dun-dun-dun. It's like, dude, shut the fuck up.
I wanted to get in the fucking tree and make cookies. That's what I wanted to do.
Yeah, if you see his logo, it says Chris Crone investment or investor. He's like an investor guy.
Chris extra chromosome.
Yeah. Creating financial freedom with real estate, dude. Brilliant.
Man, I fucking hate
President
this guy.
Again. What is this?
You know what's going to happen to real estate in 2024, right? You know it's going to go through the roof. Rocket Mortgage has predicted that interest rates are going to drop by the end of the year to 4.1%, especially because someone wants to be president again. And what's going to happen already by the end of spring, prices are going to jump up $30,000, and by the end of the year, I think $80,000 to $100,000, which means the more real estate you own, the more better. But if you don't have the money to buy real estate, then let me show you how to buy real estate for free. My most popular book, The Straight Path to Real Estate Wealth, will show you step-by-step how to do that before this year is over. And I just nabbed 100 books. I'm giving, for the first 100 people that click my link in bio, I'm giving the book away for free. Click the link, get the book, and get on your path to making $1 million in 2024.
My new book called Being a Landlord.
That's insane. Let me show you how to buy real estate for free. It's like, dude, there has to be some fraud involved in this. Or you're not buying it somehow.
Yeah.
Like, you know.
Let me show you how to buy real estate for free. And then you read the book. It's like, oh, you must know some. There's a great way to do it while making your money back. He goes, go to this guy, Steve. He lives in California on the West End. He can get you this place for free, like literally free.
He's like, let me show you how to suck my dick without being gay.
Let me show you how to evict this whole family and then turn it for another $1,000.
Dude, it's so disgusting. These people disgust me.
He's awful. Can I show you one disgusting guy?
Yeah, what's his name?
Shit. Let me find it. Hold on. I know.
You don't know his name, dude.
I don't know his name, but he's coming to Kansas City soon, and he's doing a.
Wait, really?
Yeah, he's going to be at the comedy club.
Is it JP Sears?
Yes, I think so.
Oh yeah, dude, I know JP Sears.
Is he the guy that sells those fucking Joker shirts?
Whoa, I don't know. Joker shirts.
Oh,
this guy's a picture. That's not him.
But y'all, isn't it crazy how censored we become in 2023? Like you can't say shit anymore. Can't say midget anymore. Now you gotta say little person. Can't say retard anymore. Now you gotta say Democrat. Don't look around, bro. They're not here. They're not here, okay? It costs $50 to be here. They are not here. They're not here. They're not here. They're still at home waiting on a stimulus check. They aren't here.
Now that's
nice, dude. Well, when is he gonna get cringe?
Right there. That's where he gets cringe.
That shirt is hilarious.
Dude, it's bedazzled.
Yeah.
And he sells them like crazy. He came. Now, this is a little inside baseball, and I apologize, but he came to the comedy club last year, and with the people he had on last week, or last episode, Connor, Don, Pat.
Yeah, a couple episodes ago,
Connor had a good set at the open mic. He stayed for the open mic.
This guy?
Yeah, stayed for the open mic. Had a group of people he was with. By the way, his wife runs all of the other, like the clothing stuff.
Yeah.
And they have 2 tables of
She's
shit.
like his business manager kind of thing.
There's a shirt that he has. It's like
wait, I've heard about this guy, dude. He like literally had like a bunch of Trump shirts and stuff. Yeah.
And he has a shirt that's like if you gag while you brush your teeth, not gay. But it's like if you gag while you brush your teeth, you're gay. But it's like spelled out with emojis. So it's even more stupid. And then Connor had like a good set. And he walked off, and the guy comes up to him, and he goes, I've never seen anything like that. He goes, oh, my God, that's good. That was a really good set. Just
That's
wild.
crazy.
But yeah.
Well, thanks for showing me that.
You are very welcome.
And this is perfect timing. Hey, baby, we're just about to wrap up. So, yeah, dude, go ahead and plug your stuff.
Comedy Club of Kansas City every Tuesday. Open mic. Come out, have fun, watch the show. It's at 8. Show starts at 8. It's like $5. It's gonna be a great time. You get to see a lot of crazy people.
Yeah. What's your Instagram, dude?
Instagram, Max G Peterson.
Max G Peterson on Instagram. And go ahead.
Also, if anyone listens to this and they like to come to a comedy show, Fountain City Comedy Festival is this month. Or
dude,
next month.
Yeah, September. The weekend of the 14th.
Yes.
It's that weekend. Yeah, definitely make sure you come through. It's going to be a fun time.
Does it start on Thursday or a Friday?
It's a Thursday through a Sunday deal. Yeah, it's
Okay.
like the week of the 14th.
So
Check out Fountain City Comedy Festival.
12 to 14, pretty sure.
Yeah.
I have a show at Warehouse Vintage.
Yes, dude.
It's a great show. Come to it.
It's a great show.
Support the scene.
I did it recently. It's a fun time. I think I plugged it on here before. Yeah, check out Fountain City Comedy Festival and follow this podcast at Jakin.off.podcast and send anything at all to Jakin.off.podcast@gmail.com. I'll look at it at least once. That's my rule. You know what, dude? The podcast, couple weeks in a row, is getting some good views on YouTube, around 100 views.
Nice.
And then last week I got a fucking copyright. I got a copyright.
From one of these alpha guys?
From a musician, like a song that I played where they sang like a cover of a different song.
Oh, that's stupid.
And it really sucked.
Yeah.
And so I tried to argue with it, but I feel like it definitely brought my video to like a screeching halt on there. So if you're listening to this and you like this podcast, share it with your friends, please. I would appreciate it. But other than that, thanks for listening to the episode. I love you. Bye-bye.